Warning, we are not Japanese, so if we mispronounce any names, we do apologize in advance. This podcast will discuss, in many details, many adult themes that is not for anyone under the age of 18. If you are easily offended or do not want to hear people discuss topics involving sex, taboo topics, and other adult activities with harsh language, you have the option of turning the podcast off now. You have been warned.
What's up, everybody, for another episode of Inside to Listen. I am Jarrett.
I'm Matt.
I would like to apologize. Last time, I forgot to put down the timestamp from our rant.
Oh, no.
In the beginning. I realized this Friday night. Friday.
Well, the episode's already posted. I ain't redoing this shit.
So hopefully I can remember this time. I'm pretty sure you guys also.
Write it on your hand.
I'm not my father. Two things. One, I'm not my father, and two, I tried doing that, and because I use lotion, it does not write on my hand.
I see.
So yeah, if you guys haven't realized, I'm one hell of a procrastinator, and that's why it normally takes additional week after we normally record on a Sunday.
Yep.
So it's kind of weird, even though we record like bi-weekly. Our episodes come out
bi-weekly asterisk
plus an additional week. So even for you guys, it's still bi-weekly, but for me, it's kind of like a 3-week.
Yeah, 3-week kind of thing.
So yeah, I like to apologize for that.
It's free content, whatever. We're not getting paid to do this. We're not on a time schedule or stamp. I don't really care.
No.
We get the episodes out. Damn it.
Yeah.
Be happy.
Also, there's another thing. Last year, I don't know if you heard of Spikeball.
Spikeball.
Didn't know this was a thing. It's a game where, a bunch of, I think 4 people in a circle throw a ball on a little mini trampoline, and it's kind of like volleyball.
Oh, that's what that's called.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it had a name. I
didn't know either.
I thought me and my friends in elementary school were just a bunch of violent lunatics and just wanted to throw things at a trampoline to see if we could hurt each other.
So I didn't know about this game until back in 2017 when I'm seeing like neighbors playing this.
I swear to God, I thought he was going to go back in 2017 when I was in Phoenix and I was about to lose my shit.
No. Like across in the park, I see neighbors, kid. I don't know what's with you white people and taking off their shirts and. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck are they playing? I'm like, whatever. And then last year, Mother's Day, we were at Hy-Vee brunch.
Yeah.
And I look over my shoulder. Lo and behold, it's on TV, playing by college students. This is a college game now. I don't know for how long.
I can't say that doesn't make sense to me because one of my brother's best friends is like the guy that got Quidditch into like being a college sport. So yeah, that's my claim to fame is I know the guy that got Quidditch to be.
Jeez. So and then now because of the quarantine, last week I flip on the ESPN. Guess what's on? It's
Spikeball.
No.
Oh.
Cornhole. There's a professional cornhole.
That I knew. I knew there was professional cornhole.
No shit.
I've known that for a while. Yeah, that I did know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
why it's professional? I don't fucking know. Whatever. I think professional because once you like get it and like you put 2 really good people against each other, like that shit's kind of boring. It's like ringer. Oh, we can't go over this, so fuck up. Maybe on the board. It's like I don't know. No.
So it was kind of weird that I'm like ESPN just showing cornhole because there's nothing else to show.
ESPN 8 the Ocho.
So also today is the last episode of The Last Dance for as of this recording.
Yeah. As of the day we were recording this.
This is the last day of The Last Dance. So I'm very excited for that. I didn't really follow MJ during that time. I was 10.
Yeah.
Matt wasn't even.
I was not even conceived of.
Yeah, one of the episodes. Well, I can't remember what episode it was. Like one of the kids, I think he was 7. Oh yeah, Mom gave us a choice: either Christmas present or watch the Bulls opening night. We chose the Bulls. I'm pretty sure you guys were course in that shit.
Yeah.
So, but hey,
There's some strange people on this planet. Don't ever diminish that as a fact.
so I mean, if you were like a high schooler, I can understand because I know I asked for Prince and Dave Chappelle tickets for Christmas, and I got those.
That's a good gift. I like that. That's a good gift.
Yeah, Prince was awesome at the concert. It was his musicology tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that was a fantastic tour.
Yeah. Obviously Dave Chappelle is funny as shit.
Yeah,
so.
always fun. That man has never not been fucking hilarious.
I still haven't seen his Mark Twain Netflix.
Oh, like
thing.
his new one.
I mean, I know it's
The
not
lows.
him.
The lows are low, and the highs are really high.
Okay.
Yeah. You kind of just, if you just power through the really meh parts, the really good parts are absolutely worth sticking around for.
Okay.
So.
The Jerry Seinfeld one was pretty good. I just saw.
Oh God, what was that one?
Why are you wet?
I don't know. He's not asking me, by the way.
Yeah, that was my dog.
He's asking the dog.
My dog was on the table, and
I was outside in the rain.
he hasn't been anyway.
Anyway.
So yeah.
Cute dog, though. We love him. He's a cutie. Very fluffy.
You want to go into
so I'm just
what you typed in?
Yeah, because I got here and it's been bothering me for a while. So as anyone in like the gamery world, or even who grew up kind of playing games, are probably well aware of the fact that Final Fantasy VII Remake came out 3-4 weeks ago, whatever it was. Great reviews, fun game. Literally 3 weeks after the game came out. And the reason I know it was only made recently and not like in development while there was like previews and stuff is I was browsing through the website that we use to get our funny and weird news from kind of around the world, and I see a headline that catches my eye because I'm a degenerate of the highest caliber. And it's and I can't remember the exact headline. I forgot to go back and look it up. But essentially, there is a 3D animated hentai of Tifa and Aerith getting it on. And of course it's, Futanari and shit. So not only did someone, when they either played the game or they just saw the release trailer for this, when those two should sleep together, they immediately snapped their fingers and said, but one of you needs a dick. Why that happened, I really don't know, outside of the collective internet is just way too horny for its own good. I'm starting to think that we need to start getting some fire hoses up in this bitch, just to spray some of y'all down with how ludicrous some of this is. My Twitter feed, after following some artists, are either really struggling, or I just didn't see all their art collection when I first followed them. Literally 90% of it is Rule 34, not extreme, not safe for work shit, and I'm like, I followed you because you made cute little Animal Crossing drawings, and I was enjoying that. What happened to that? And they're like, yeah, look at my latest commission. And I was like, that's great, you're proud of it. It is great. I did save it to my phone, but, if I'm in public and some shit, and then I'm going through my Twitter, and there's just, wolf titties right there. It's just like...
Yeah, I can't look at my Twitter feed in public either.
Yeah. It kind of just got to the point where, my work best friend, Brandon, he's always, looking over my phone just casually because I'm always, scrolling through and whatever. And I'll, stop to, look at the wolf titties, and he's like, that's really appropriate for work, ain't it? It's like, don't you judge me, Brandon. We're in the elevator. So after we come back from getting lunch, we'll just be sitting there. I'll just whip open Twitter. And normally I have to scroll a little bit to kind of get to the good stuff because half of them are in Europe, so they're always posting at midnight their time, and it's 8 a.m. So I have to scroll a little bit. But nope, sometimes I just open it up and it's just right there. There's just a little elf chick getting gangbanged, and it's just, well, shit, sorry, everyone else in this elevator that happened to be interested in what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, mine's a bunch of cosplayers and, and...
I cannot follow...
And skimpy outfits.
I can't follow cosplayers. I refuse. It is a principle. I'm not doing it.
I don't blame you. I really don't. I mean, I don't...
I'm not judging you. It's just my own personal...
No, I get it. No, trust me, I get it. Because I'm the same way with Jess. And I'm actually almost all of them now, to the point. The only one I actually do respect is Yaya.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That one, she's actually, pretty cool.
But, yeah, everyone else is we did this on first episode,
Yeah, we ranted about this plenty. Oh, my God.
So... for those who still listening from our first episode knows my stance. I'm like, occasional. I'm like, if you hit me like right in the chest on some pictures, yeah, I'll hit a like, but I won't, retweet it.
Yeah.
And I'll just save it to my, home screen drive because I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like some other ones, it's like, no.
It's like, you didn't really do it very well, and you just kind of went kind of slutty with it just so you could get those extra likes because you know you couldn't pull this character off.
So I'm like, at this point, you're looking for virtual simps.
Yeah, at this point, you're just going for the sim crowd. Which, again, if I was a hot ass woman, I would totally would. I would.
Oh yeah.
I would be making a living right now doing OnlyFans and like Pornhub shit.
You too, right?
Constantly.
If
I would not give a shit. I would advertise that on Twitter. I would advertise that to my family. I don't care. I would do it all. I'd be like, yo, check out my OnlyFans, bro. You want some of that good kush? give me some of that OnlyFans money.
Oh man. So I'm not the only one who wants.
Oh no,
who wants to go the Rama Satomi route?
God, no, like I honestly that's like I have fully admitted to myself I would be the sluttiest woman on the fucking planet if I was considered a 6 out of 10. I don't give a shit. I would still do it. I would sleep with everyone at conventions just because I'd be that kind of woman. I know I would. Which is weird because as a man I'm just like I have no libido or sex drive, so whatever. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't know. But yeah, 100%. I would absolutely make a living on OnlyFans. Those of you who do, salute. Honestly, all you do is turn on a cam when you feel like rubbing one out. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Just angle yourself slightly differently.
I wish I would have known, like when it happened when Megavids or when they cracked OnlyFans and there was like terabytes worth of.
Oh, it's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there. If you know where to look, it's all there.
Oh, all right. I didn't really look. I'm like,
not that I know where to find such horrendous things. These women worked hard to get paid for that content.
Wow. I mean, I don't know how much they
some
keep.
Some of them got fucked for it.
Wow. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, I have no idea what the. According to some lady who has even a semi. I think she says it's a below average following. She was able to just buy a home with cash and get Gucci products and Louis Vuitton or whatever the high quality European handbags are. She was able to get a bunch of that from having a below average OnlyFans account. So what below average for an OnlyFans account means, I have no idea.
I don't either. But then again, they do choose their price for subscription. So
the people that make the accounts or OnlyFans?
The people that make accounts.
Okay. I've literally never been on the website, so I have no idea.
I've been the one because she made one from Minivids. She has that. She has Minivids has a crush, so it's kind of the same thing for OnlyFans. So she has two.
Gotcha.
And if I'm going off of Minivids, they have different prices for their MV crush. So. Yeah. Also, for those who read manga, Demon Slayer is over.
Yeah, it is. I don't want to say finally over because there wasn't really. I kind of dropped it a long time ago, so it's not a huge deal to me. I legit thought that this was going to be kind of one of those next One Piece or Naruto situations where they just kept dragging it out.
Well, I called that. I called this shit. After this guy, after the main dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we go back, I think I said that you're going to be wrong, and I'm very glad I'm incorrect in that statement. I don't know why so many people are afraid to see the end of a series. It blows my mind. There's stuff ongoing that I was reading in middle school that is still going. People are like, oh my God, I hope it keeps going. I'm like, can we end it? Yeah. I've been reading this for 6 years. I just want to see the fucking end of it. I don't care if you give me an open ending at this point anymore because that's every cop-out manga artist fucking thing, especially romance. Oh my God, it pisses me off. They're like, they're all still good friends and they all still love the main character. And I'm like, or you could just fucking pick one and not be a little bitch.
True.
I hate that shit.
But
anyway.
I wish they ended on 204 instead of 205.
Yeah, I've heard some people say that the end kind of is weird.
It is weird. It is weird.
The flow was apparently just completely broken. Apparently 204, if they just added a couple pages, would have been a great place to end, and then they just kind of almost felt forced with 205, is what some people said.
It is.
Okay.
It is. I don't know why. I can't. It was the main story happens in the industrial era. But then 205 time skipped to modern day. Just to show offspring and reincarnation people.
I don't think people cared.
Some people care because, in showing they do like to see the who shipped with who. Okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
But for those who
I don't judge. I do judge. But.
So the second part of my predictability is how this is gonna in anime form. Mm-hmm. We all know the movie got pushed back because of COVID.
Yep.
Where did I say? Like after the movie, they're gonna do season 2, and then that's pretty much it. But now, after I'm thinking how this ended, I think they're gonna do another movie just right then and there.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. I don't think.
But there is reports of a spinoff. Reason why? Once I'm like, if you aren't reading and just watching the anime, it does pertain to one of the pillars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that working then.
Yeah. So it is a spinoff, so it does take place prior to the events of Demon Slayer.
Okay, gotcha. That could be interesting. Yeah, I could see that being kind of fun to watch, but we'll see.
Yeah, especially the character in question. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who know, he is one of the most popular pillar characters. That's who they're spinning off on.
Gotcha. Okay. I know who it is now.
All right. So yeah, look forward to that probably in 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3.
And that's
or whenever.
Yeah, whenever.
Well, and not even related to Demon Slayer, but the gap of time you gave kind of reminded me. The new Miyazaki movie is apparently coming out in 4 years. Apparently, they already have like 36 minutes already animated. So, yeah, and that was after after 4 years. I don't know how long this one's gonna be.
Oh, also, I've been in contact with anime.org concerning our panels for Anime Minneapolis. Would have been this year, so they roll over to next year, so I don't have to resubmit anything. Cool. So I'm guessing that all the panels just roll over until 2021. Awesome.
Cool. Awesome.
So hopefully I can remember, like, oh shit, that's coming up. I gotta rework
God,
everything.
I have to like remember to get a hotel room. I'm gonna fuck my life.
Yeah. So so far none of the guests for Meta has been released. In case that one super guest comes along, I'm still not going.
Yeah, I mean, because I believe if you didn't refund your Minneapolis one, they're like, you can go to Metacon for free, basically.
Yeah.
But even then, I'm like, free is still a little too expensive for Metacon.
Yeah.
Although maybe it'll solve itself because people will have con fever and they really want to get to a convention for the year. Who knows? I don't know for sure, but
as long as GalaxyCon's not canceled, I'm good.
Yeah.
If I won't get word until if the state fair gets canceled, then I'll be worried.
I'm pretty sure the state fair's already canceled.
What?
Yeah. I think it's like the 3rd time in history they've done it.
Better not be. I want my cookies. I want my fucking cookies, man.
Just go to the fucking store and get them.
Where?
I'm pretty sure you can get them in the store.
I don't know.
I swear to God, I've seen them. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong.
Not those kind. Not those, man. Those are fucking...
I do agree. Just going to the state fair to just get cookies is probably the only reason to go.
Yeah.
That and the cheesecake on a stick.
I don't know if I had that one.
It's okay. It's a little too rich. So that's kind of the issue. It's like by the time you like get halfway through it, you're like, there's still more.
Yeah. That, and I need my milk. That and my bottomless cup.
Cup of milk. Oh, dude, I don't know what it is about that place, but that milk is just
I know
quality.
I wish I had strawberry. That'd be good. Strawberry.
That'd actually be pretty good. Yeah. I always do half and half with their chocolate and their 2%. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. But
Feel bad for any of you that don't have a milk thing in your state fair. But the Illinois State Fair has a barbecue sundae that is so good. It is pulled pork and mashed potatoes made to look like a hot fudge sundae. Some of the greatest pulled pork and mashed potatoes I've had in my life. So good. They're like hot fudge is gravy.
Yeah.
The weird part about it is they do put like an actual cherry on top, so it's kind of like, okay, I'll eat it.
All right, so yeah, I don't know anything else to rant about.
No, just I'm just gonna be real sad because hopefully next year things have blown over and mellowed out a lot, and people are not going to. I keep seeing articles of like how blank is going to be after COVID-19, like how like hotels or like hospitals and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm glad you said that. You know, maybe can't remember if I said this last time, but I'm kind of sick for these companies patting themselves on the back.
My favorite,
especially Amazon.
Fuck Amazon.
Even though I work for a contractor delivering
through Amazon.
through Amazon.
Yeah, no, they're like, guys, we're doing fantastic, and meanwhile, there's strikes everywhere for people not getting paid and working conditions literally somehow getting worse, even though working for Amazon in their warehouses was apparently already ranked as like one of the worst fucking jobs on the planet.
Wow. GameStop is lower than that.
I mean, GameStop's like the pinnacle of like, hey, you want to come work at GameStop? It'll be really fun. And then you get there and you're like, I want to kill myself. My bad.
Wow, you haven't done that in a while.
I haven't done that for a long time.
But yeah, the commercial, I hate the little girl drawing.
I hate
thing.
it. I hate all their fucking commercials. They're all stupid.
The dude just walks up, looks down.
And he's
First
like,
off,
cute. This is cute. And I'm like, I don't want my Amazon driver looking at my little girl.
Well, no, he doesn't look down at the girl.
I know.
But he walks up, looks down, thank you, looks up, see the girl in the window. I'm like, one of those thanks, thumbs up type thing, delivers back. All right, first of all, as somebody who drove for FedEx and now Amazon, we don't give a we are not looking down.
Yeah, we don't give a shit.
And then how many people I've said, thank you for what you're doing, stay safe. I'm like, all right, I want to stop somebody first off and say,
stop ordering shit, you son of a bitch.
No. Well, that. But I mean, I'm like, let me ask you a question. If we weren't going through this, would you say...
Yeah, would you say thanks? Or would you say, hey, asshole, you left it in the wrong spot?
Would you be really thanking me for delivering something? I'm like, no, you wouldn't.
No. Go fuck yourself.
You wouldn't. Another one I saw was... where was it coming from? White Bear Lake. Going west. And up in the corner in the little marquee, I'd say, not all superheroes wear capes. Well, first off,
let me tell you them real quick.
Not all superheroes wear capes. I mean,
yeah, that.
Name any other superhero that's not part of the Justice League wear capes.
Yeah, like no one.
Superheroes wear capes.
Everyone in the fucking X-Men was like, after the '80s, they're like, this shit's stupid. We're fucking done with capes.
Like nobody.
Everyone in the Avengers are like, why are you wearing a cape, bro? You gay? Fucking iDubbbz, like, what are you, fucking gay?
So they need to take that shit down.
Yeah, no, I fucking hate. One of my like all-time favorite tweets is like, man, all these I'll just use like cars as an example. They're like, man, I'm so glad that Toyota's letting me know that during these uncertain times I can still buy a Toyota. And I'm like, yeah, Yeah, thank God for Toyota letting me know during these uncertain times I should still buy a Toyota. It's so fucking dumb. Literally, the only thing anyone's ever added is, during these uncertain times, make sure you still shop with us. I'm like,
Okay.
thanks.
Fuck.
I appreciate it, I guess.
So yeah, I kind of wish they need to stop with this.
Yeah, like what healthcare workers, all that shit. Frontline workers. Cool, thanks, you're awesome.
But at the same time,
Amazon delivery drivers. I don't know.
But at the same
really
time, like, would you be still thinking of first responders and all that after all this? I mean, in 3 years' time?
Yeah. If a first responder saves my life, I'm going to be like, thank God!
Well, I mean, other than you're not.
Oh, no, I know what you mean. Like, are we going to have commercials dedicated to first responders? Fuck no. We're not going to have shit.
No.
Are we going to be thanking the Walmart workers? Fuck no. Karen's just waiting for the day she can get back in there and just fucking start yelling at people again.
So yeah, everybody, the general public needs to stop this. Yeah, speaking of general public, I was in Target yesterday. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, they're taking this 6 feet
super serious.
Really super. Like you see, like,
Yeah, we were actually in Walmart before we came here because we had some errands to run, and there's like guides on like how you should shop through the store. Like, do not enter from like this lane, like go around, and yeah, it's insane.
So they had this bouncer lady. It's like, so do you like it had roped off up to the.
Are you on the list?
Yeah, they had to rope off. From,
ladies, you can go in.
From the self checkout to basically the. Where the trading cards typically are. It's like, oh, do you want to go, self checkout or over here? I'm like, no. And then these 2 grandma-ish ladies in, the scooter type thing.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, sorry, ma'am, you got to go all the way back in the line. I think this line was fucking all the way back to the goddamn grocery section. But it was going pretty fast. I'm like,
yeah.
But it's like, oh hell no, my words, we're not going all the way back. I'm like, first off. You're sitting down on a fucking
You're sitting
scooter.
in a fucking scooter. Go
you can
fuck
wait.
yourself. Go
you
fuck
can
yourself.
wait. And then there's ladies behind me, and like the self checkout line's going like, hey, you can like, I'm waiting for her to deal with this so I can go.
Yeah, so we can like do this properly.
Because she was about to like, can you move like go to the line? I'm like, if you cut me off, I'm gonna tip over this fucking.
I'm gonna tip your fucking cart.
Because I had like 4 fucking things in my basket.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
So yeah.
Yes, I don't know. Like I'm not criticizing social distancing rules or anything like that. I'm not saying they shouldn't be taking this seriously, but there's just some assholes out there who are just like, if you can't handle dealing with like a little bit of restriction in your daily life, don't fucking leave your house. Or
so.
Okay, can you clean up in line, lady? I will tip your shit.
I couldn't even go to fucking Dairy Queen with goddamn lines. Lines were long at Dairy Queen.
I felt so bad for my mom. She like went like 2 weekends ago when it was like actually like a nice Saturday night because she's like, oh, let's go get ice cream. No, it's super nice. She was like, there was like 14 cars ahead of her. And they were all ordering like 6 things, and she just going to get like 2 things. Like it was just a blizzard and like a snow cone, and like and an ice cream cone. And everyone else is ordering like, yeah, I'll have 2 number 9s, an extra large with extra dip. I can't remember the fucking thing.
I can't
even. I used to know it by heart, and I'm so sad I don't anymore.
So it's like, and we're like driving up, like, well, I guess I'm not getting a chicken basket.
Yeah, I have to fuck off. I'm done.
Like, see it. But yeah. Anyway, on to the weekend news.
Yeah, weekend news. I love this headline.
Presented by Filler. If your anime needs some space, give us some filler. Also, buy the good chair. Granddad needs a spot. Give him the good chair.
I was gonna say, man, we just had like the beach episode and the One-san or the what are the fucking hot springs called? Osan. Man, we had those episodes back to back right there. Go us. We got that shit out of the way. Now it's just plot from here on out.
Oh. So yeah. And then, so back in 2013, if you haven't heard, Rodman and Kim Jong-un were best buddies. Our best buddies.
Yeah, they were like, they are height. They are two peas in a pod, these two.
Now the article came out what transpired back in 2013 when Rodman, because all we got was he just went over there to watch exhibition game basketball, and they just chatted up. They both like basketball. Well, clearly, at least one of them.
Yeah, yes. Long story short, I can't remember how they ended up meeting, but Kim Jong-un, huge basketball fan, huge. And I don't know how Dennis Rodman got chosen to be the United
Well, because they tried to get Mike over there, and he
Yeah,
said no.
yeah.
And it's like, well, I
That's
guess you're
right.
the next best one.
Yeah, they're like, here you go, dude.
So I don't know how Rodman took that. It's like,
Yeah,
like,
if I was Rodman, I'd be like, fuck you.
like, understandable, but okay. So when he went over there, they watched exhibition game. After that, a hottie 18 brass band decided to play the theme song to Dallas. Why Dallas? I don't know.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna read like this entire section because it's just fucking hilarious. So so apparently after they were like done watching the game and they're all just kind of hanging out and they're hanging out, drinking, doing karaoke, stuff like that, just being bros basically. No sense of murder or killing your own people anywhere. It's you guys who like basketball, and this is to quote Dennis Rodman basically. So they're sitting, hanging, drinking vodka, karaoke. Then an 18-piece band of hot women came out and only played the theme song from 1978 TV show Dallas, Rodman said. The Hall of Famer suggested, again, he looked the dictator right in the eye and he's like, they should learn some other tunes. Some Pearl Jam, Van Halen, Rolling Stones. And the next time he visited North Korea, they played everything he requested.
Like, all right.
I don't know what kind of influence you got over him to make him change that. It don't matter to me. That's cool though.
I don't know what's like shit. I wonder. Also, there were in the article a bunch of other Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah,
also
it was not just Rodman that went. It was actually the entire at the time the Harlem Globetrotters went. So,
I mean, nobody cares about
yeah,
Globetrotters.
no one gave a shit. 2013 had you think that they just fucking kidnapped Dennis Rodman and he just went to go and hang out basically.
Very funny. Yeah. So.
This is the funniest fucking article.
It is, and he was the first one to speak up. Like during the whole 20-day went missing. It's like no, he's not dead.
He's like, dude, he's
not,
fine.
He's not dead.
Fine.
Also during that 20 days,
I love it. My favorite 20 days on the internet when the entire internet obsessed over his sister. It was glorious. There was fan art. There was animifications of this woman. Someone even photoshopped her running across the street with toast in her mouth. And someone wrote a little fanfic story about it. And I melted. It was lovely.
So right now we have
my all-time favorite parody is how did they word it exactly? My dictator little sister can't possibly be this cute, as I think how they made their own light novel cover and everything. It was wonderful.
So now we have her back a couple of years ago. We had the Russian,
a Russian general, I want to say,
Surgeon General.
Surgeon General, yeah. Who also got animified. They've shown her pictures of that, by the way, and she loves it.
Yeah,
she thinks it's the greatest thing ever. She's flattered by it. She loves it. It's so funny.
She's cute.
Oh, she's so cute.
So I don't know who's next.
I don't know. We'll see. When another dictator falls or whatever, and their sister gets in power. I actually want someone low key to make a webcomic about the Russian lady and Kim Jong. I can't remember her name was.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. I feel bad, but I actually want
Young.
Young, maybe?
Young?
Yeah, I can't remember. I just want them to make a webcomic where they're roommates and they just hang out. I think that would be just about the greatest goddamn thing on the planet.
It would. I would totally read that.
I'd read the shit out of it. If they had a Patreon, I'd do their highest tier.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
I wouldn't. Well, I think it would depend on how.
Yeah, depends on the quality.
I mean, yeah. Like the only thing I've done Kickstarter was for Grim Fairy Tales. That was it. But yeah. I want to see. I can't wait for the next bromance that hits the
next
article
bromance or
article that drops.
animification or because what Olympics was it? I can't remember what Olympics was, but that poor volleyball player, just everyone was drawing fan art of this lady. I feel bad. I can remember the exact details of it.
Oh, was that one chick with the broken leg and the coach carrying her?
I don't think. No, maybe.
Wait, how long? What? How long?
I can't remember because I never hear the details on it. It was a couple of Olympics ago, but yeah, just people were just making fan art. And she was super cute. Don't get me wrong, but she was like.
Was it USA?
No, it was Japan. It was a Japanese player.
Oh, then probably didn't. I wouldn't know then. Because the only thing I remember is the fucking USA.
Yeah, the coach went out of control for a while.
No. The only thing, not that. The only thing that kind of blew up was the American gymnastics team just hitting every fucking shelf. Like that's all the people were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that now.
Was that the Beijing one?
I think so.
Or was that after the next one? What was after Beijing? Where'd they go?
Rio?
Yeah, Rio.
Yeah, Rio.
Yeah, so it was the Rio one where everybody were just the U.S. Olympic thing was just gobbling up gold medals. God, they were good though.
That was a good year. That was like the first year where China was like, shit. Our tiny women are no longer winning. There was a lot of executions that year. I felt so bad. Like, whenever North Korea loses to America in, like, the Olympics, every fucking time I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. Someone is not happy back home.
Oh, that reminded me of that Bill Burr.
Oh, God.
The one where during the WW2 Olympics one where Hitler is going like, we are number one. We are number one. And then Jesse Owens just swept them. Like, yep. And, boy, I can't imagine what that car ride home was. It's like, so, nice day, isn't it?
Nice day, isn't it?
He needs another special.
He does. He needs like 3 more specials.
Okay. Speaking of Germany, so a German cafe decided to reopen, but they also want to keep also safe for everybody. So they invented pool noodle. I can't say this with a straight face because it has pool noodles in the sentence.
German cafe tells customers to wear pool noodles to enforce social distance.
And the pictures in itself is hilarious.
It's exactly what you think it is. Picture a pool noodle. Now picture a hat. Now duct tape those two things together and then put it on your head. That's a pool noodle hat.
It's like a stationary one of those hat pinwheels. I don't know what's worse, this or the other articles I've been seeing where other restaurants, I don't know, but anyway, other restaurants put mannequins in certain booths.
I read that too. They're like, yeah, to like encourage to like make social distancing less awkward. They're putting mannequins all over, and I'm like, how about we don't do that? Just saying. And we just all agree to social distance.
Yeah, so I don't know what's worse.
Because I thought it was sad when Japan is like, there's like a handful of cafes and restaurants in Japan where if you go to eat alone, they're like, we can bring you like a big stuffed animal to sit across from you.
I remember
and I'm like,
that.
you know what? I'd probably do that. I'm that asshole. I'd be like, yo, I'll eat with the bear. I don't give a shit. I'll talk to it. I'll enjoy my dinner with a bear. People might look at me funny. I don't give a shit.
So yeah, I don't know what's worse, this wearing a pool noodle hat or
sitting across from a mannequin.
Well, I don't know. I don't think they were sitting across from mannequins. I think they were just filling up.
Oh, I'd ask for the table. I would ask for that table.
No, I want to sit right there.
No, I want to sit with Jim over there. What was I Am Legend?
Yeah.
Jeff?
Oh, the one who was just
at the movie rental store that he goes to, that's like his like best friend. Jeff, it's Jeff, I think. Or the mannequin that the monsters move.
Yeah,
it's Jeff. I'm pretty sure it's Jeff. I haven't watched the movie in so long.
I'm trying to remember him yelling.
Jeff, if you're real, I'm 90%
Yeah, I
sure
think
it's
it was
Jeff.
Jeff. I think
Yeah,
it
it's
was
Jeff.
Jeff.
You better tell me if you're real right fucking now. And then he like shoots the fucking.
Yeah. So some real yeah, that's true. It's some real I Am Legend shit right there.
Jesus.
Um
But yeah, nothing special about that. Just a funny headline. It's
Yeah.
exactly what it sounds like.
yeah.
This kind of reminds me. I wish I just added it, but I couldn't re-find it. They're in Washington, I want to say. A strip club is officially reopened, so none of this, drive through, throw your money out the window to the strippers kind of thing. It's open to go in. Everyone's required to wear masks, and I'm like,
Oh, that's not the one I'm thinking of then.
so I'm like, you're saying there's a chance
Oh,
I could be ugly and sign up to be a stripper and just wear a mask and cover that shit up. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
oh, see, I'm thinking of the other one, where I read a strip club open because they serve food.
No, that's the different. That's Boober Eats, isn't that one?
No, we already did that one.
Oh, another one's doing it.
No. This one is just you can walk into the strip club and order food and just sit down, but there are no.
But there's no dancing.
Yeah, there's no dancing.
We call that a restaurant.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they serve food. Because originally, there was no stripping. They just kept the clothes on and they kept bikini, and then like somehow said like, no, you can't do that either.
You can't do that.
So it's like, I guess we're just serving food now.
I guess we're a restaurant.
Yeah. So then yeah, it's completely different. I didn't hear about that one.
They open up and they're like, "Yep, you're allowed to do it as long as you do social distancing and everyone has masks on. This is allowed." I'm like, that's I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. Ladies got to make money.
Yeah.
Not gonna say nothing.
I okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever.
I hate air dances. They serve no fucking purpose.
I've never been to a strip club, so
Yeah, they're all right when you're 18 to 22.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say. I feel like there's a very specific demographic where like strip clubs are the best. It's 18 to like 22, 23, and then it's like the 40 and up crowd.
Yes.
Like I don't know. I feel like that's the only people.
That or I'm like when you came in, I'm watching Hustlers. And,
I feel bad. He was like in the middle of the show.
oh, what? Nah. Anyway, but yeah, and then it was the Wall Street guys.
Yep.
On that,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's who a demographic pertains to strip clubs. Yeah. So like I said, that to me, 18 to 22, and then what you point out, 40 and up.
Yeah, like 40 and up.
Where are we? A Wales knight was confronted by the police.
Oh God.
Because they got dispatch received a phone call saying there's some weird guy walking around the lake, dressed in as a knight with a sword weapon, and the cops came, had guns drawn on him.
Yeah.
And it's like, lay down your weapons. I'm like, okay, here you go.
And he was like, shit, dude. All right, my bad.
And they went up like, wait, this is fake.
Yeah.
Wow, this is was
really
well made.
Yeah, and then the officers are like, "Yeah, let's get a photo." Or just
Yeah.
kind of whatever. They're like, "We're sorry, dude. Like, our bad. Like, this got called in. We thought it was a real weapon." Everyone was actually pretty chill about it, all things considered. And even the people that called it in, they're like, "We kind of assumed it was fake. We thought he might have just been an actor or something, but we wanted to make sure." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fair, because people are going a little stir crazy, so you never know."
Right.
Thank God this happened, like, not America, though. He'd be dead. He'd be dead.
So the reason why is he was out dressed like this because he just made it, and he was trying to get used to the weight.
Yep. I can't remember. I don't think they go into detail about the dude, but I assume he's either some kind of cosplayer.
Yeah, he's a cosplayer. Yeah. So he was just trying to get used to the weight. The chainmail was very well made.
Yeah, I highly look up walesonline.co.uk. You'll be able to find it. It should be still one of the top articles. If not, just look up, armed police stop man, and you'll probably be able to find it. Yeah, the outfit looks fantastic.
Yeah,
It looks great. Cloak and everything. And my other favorite is the guys that called it, not necessarily the guys that called it in, but some of the witnesses. They're like, he looks like some dude straight out of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I was like, huh. Normal people know what that is.
Assassin's Creed.
That's pretty big, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure every husband in the world played at one point or another one of the Assassin's Creed.
Oh, they apparently he gave his side of the story.
I haven't read that one.
I haven't read it yet.
I just read the other one. Speaking of Assassin's
I'm
Creed.
just simply enjoying my hobby. Life's a lot more fun when you don't care how weird you are. I like this guy already. Sounds pretty fun.
I can't wait for Valhalla. I haven't played Assassin's Creed since 4.
I don't know. I'll see how Valhalla is. I like the trailer though. The trailer's fucking awesome.
Trailers always look good for Assassin's Creed.
That's fair. To be fair, I also got like done binging Vikings, so I was like in the mood for more of this shit.
Is that good?
Did you? What's it most comparable to? Did you ever watch like Sons of Anarchy?
No, I seen the pilot.
Okay. Did you watch? I assumed you watched Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Imagine Game of Thrones. Somehow slightly more titty. Better female. I don't want to say better female characters. More interesting female characters. Much better plot. For me. Because they don't go into like this. I'm not going to spoil it.
Well, interesting how?
It kind of dips into mythology without going full, like, hey, there's dragons and shit. So,
okay. All right.
Yeah. If you're into like Viking history and lore and culture, it really sticks to a lot of that. It doesn't exaggerate it. So
okay, because I for some odd reason I still have Black Sail. Watch Black Sail or
I do recommend Black Sail.
Yeah,
Black Sail is very good.
Okay, because I still have that in the back of my head.
Yeah, I do. I liked that actually a lot more than I ended up liking Game of Thrones. So
okay,
so I should rewatch that.
What?
Black Sails. I should rewatch it. That sounds fun.
All right. Last but not the last one. If you live in Maryland, then most likely you are earning more by staying at home, collecting that unemployment than actually working at a restaurant.
Yep.
Which is very interesting. I guess other states, I don't know how many other states are doing this, but when you're collecting unemployment, the state also put in an additional amount. In Baltimore, I don't know how much their pool is, but whatever you get in that pool, they get additional $600 a week, and then clearly that's a lot more than what you get at minimum wage working at a restaurant on the harbor, right? I forgot what that. Baltimore. I've been there before. But
Boston Harbor? No, it's not fucking. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh, what is it? I can't think of it.
It's a pier with a bunch of restaurants.
It's real famous. It's real famous.
I can't think of the name. I know I've been there, but
Ocean City is where the picture is. But yeah, there's like a famous one.
But anyway. So yeah, if you happen to be living in probably anywhere, I'm pretty sure it's the same here too.
I know both of my brother's roommates. They're with unemployment plus the bonus. They're making way more than, or not way more, but definitely more than what they were at work. I know a lot of people who aren't as fortunate. They're making either exactly what they were or less. I know for sure I'd be making less if I had to do unemployment. So some of us ain't lucky. So for everyone starts raising your fucking pitchforks and freaking out, it makes sense why these guys are making making more, because they're restaurant workers. And so it's like that's tips, and that's not a super stable income. So
no, but it will end July 31st. So
yeah, and it's not like it's gonna last. Not like it's gonna last forever. People are, shit's gonna go down, and people are gonna learn real fucking hard. For the people that abused the system, they're gonna learn that shit's not gonna last forever. So
yeah. Like I didn't want to do it, and then my mom eventually convinced me to do it anyways. It's like, yeah, fine, whatever. But yeah, I found that a little weird for the economic reasons behind this thing. So if you want to earn,
If you want to be
$800 a week,
yeah.
file for unemployment.
Yep.
Also, make sure if you do that, take out the full tax amount.
Yep.
Because
Always.
boy, they really do take it.
They will fuck you hard.
Man, that 15% is whew. Just I hate taxes so fucking.
I fucking hate it. I almost didn't want the stimulus check because it's like I'm doing fine and I really don't want to deal with taxes next year with that shit at all.
For like a month ago, I thought I had a mini scare. Like, did I file last year? Yeah, well, no, because I couldn't find. You know how when you submit your tax, you got to put your AGI when you submit it. Yeah, I couldn't find my last year taxes. I'm checking my computer. I'm like, did I download it? So it's like, eventually it's like I went at IRS and then, I found it. I'm like, thank God. But my father said, I'm like, well, if you didn't file it, as long as you don't owe money, you're fine.
Yeah,
you're fine.
The issue comes when you owe money. So
I'm like, hey, if they owe you money, hey, you get two of them. It's like, that's true.
Yep.
But I did submit last year. So
that's good.
Blah, blah, blah. So on to
the meat and potatoes, or the dick and the titties, whatever you want to refer to it as.
Why is it? That reminded me of the...
You try and find an analogy for meat and potatoes that fits into sex, Jarrett. I can't.
Like food?
Yeah. Meat and potatoes. That's like the main meal, and then like, what's like the main part of hentai? Dick and titties.
How about the hot dog and the bun?
That's just lame.
No. Well, no, I was gonna go. I'm like, why meat and potatoes? Why meat and potatoes? I mean,
because we live in the Midwest. That's what we eat.
I don't eat meat. I mean, not together, but I mean, I do eat meat.
I was gonna say you have meat, and you probably have like a baked potato or red potatoes or mashed potatoes or something like that on the side most of the time.
No,
I don't believe you. You go
not when I'm cooking, no.
Well, yeah, that's different.
Not even when I go out.
So like, you don't get fries when you get like a meat dish.
Okay, it's not fair when you have
a hamburger. That is still meat and potatoes. You can't.
That.
No. It's still meat and potatoes.
Fine. However, seafood is completely different.
I will agree.
Because I don't necessarily get a salmon fillet with mashed potatoes or a baked potato or what have you.
Oh, salmon and mashed garlic potatoes. That sounds good.
It does, but normally it's like a vegetable.
Yeah, normally they give you like a green or something with it. Now we're just talking about restaurants. What are we doing?
Well, you brought up meat and potatoes, and it got my brain.
No, I brought up the analogy of meat and potatoes.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You brought it up, and it got my brain turning. I'm like, why the... And then it brought me back to Jerry Seinfeld's like, why do we always put two words together? In one of his bits, like, when we go in there, rules are rules. Business is business.
Business is business.
When we get in there, who's who and what's what.
Yeah, who's who, what's what.
Anyway, all right, the first one.
God.
I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this one.
No, I'll try it. Honoo no Haramase Tenkousei.
Good job.
So, also fun fact, also one of the very, actually it's not this one, it's the sequel to it, that is actually one of the first ones that I saw and actually really liked. So for anyone, while Jarrett dies over there and clearing his throat, the alternate title, or one of the translations for this is, I'm probably going to mess this one up, even though it's simple, Flaming Impregnating Transfer Student. Why is he flaming? I don't know. Is he a transfer student? That's about the other word that's accurate in that title.
Yeah.
Oh, because there is some impregnating going on.
Oh, yeah. So,
I love the plot. It's so dumb. He's like, man, I want to conquer the world. How do I start? Get every one of my female classmates pregnant. I'm like, that's not the first step I would have gone with, but sure.
Hey,
I respect it. You got to start somewhere.
True.
Gotta start
Because
somewhere.
if you want to dominate the world, you're gonna need some commanders and generals. Best way to get that is
as we learned in Shocking Pink last time.
yeah, is to have your offspring as your commanders and generals.
Yep.
And go from there. Not a bad idea.
Not terrible. Not at all.
Not terrible. I mean, at least you could trust your own blood, depending on the circumstance.
Flashback to the Ming Dynasty. Everyone killing each other. I don't know why I went to China for that. That could be
Boy,
anywhere.
it's a China day.
It is a China day.
So yeah, it's broken into 3 episodes.
Yep. The first. It's hard to say that this is like one complete series because it's really not. It's just similar stories where they kind of make references to the previous ones. So like this is technically quote unquote season 1, broken down into 3 episodes. First episode, obviously, that's where he starts his conquest. It's got to start somewhere. I can't remember if they're like if one's like the childhood friend or not.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think that's
that
what
was
he starts
that's
with.
the last episode.
Yeah. Point is, he starts off and just goes from there. All the women want him for some reason. I don't quite understand why.
Well, I think it's one of those reverse cheerleader rules. Because prior to the start of the episode, the school was all female, and and they open up the co-ed, and he just happens to be the
first transfer student.
Well,
that's a male.
Well, he's the first one in that class.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other guys are in this school. They don't care.
Yeah,
nobody cares.
We don't fucking learn. We don't give a shit.
But
we only care about this man and his conquest.
See, he's the only guy in this classroom. For those who do not know the cheerleading effect, it's where you have a group of girls. They all look attractive, but if you single one up, they're not that much attractive.
Yep.
You've seen this in How I Met Your Mother, Shallow Hal.
Yeah, Shallow Hal does it.
Which was kind of funny.
I love that. That was great.
that effect was good.
Yeah, that was really great.
But they really broke it down in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, go into How I Met Your Mother cheerleading effect. You'll find exactly what we're talking about. It's pretty famous from there. So.
Yeah, so this is the inverse or reverse?
Reverse? Inverse? Yeah, inverse.
So yeah, this is the inverse version of that. He has the backing of, I don't know if she was a teacher or just some weird scientist.
I'm 90% sure it's a scientist because she also is part of the harem, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she is.
And yeah, I swear to God, it's been forever since I forgot to rewatch some of these before because yeah, I know, it's my fault. I agree. Thank you, Roxas. Normally I like rewatch it or like skim through it just to like make sure I'm remembering. Because the one that I'm more familiar with is the sequel to this one, which we're not going to cover. But basically, he makes a passing comment, like he's thinking like, oh man, I conquer the world, going to conquer my classmates, blah, blah, blah. And somehow the scientist chick is like, you're scheming something, ain't you? I'll help you. And she's like, why? And she's like, I just wanted to do some experiments. I'm like, I don't know what kind of scientific data you're going to get from this, but okay, sure, why not?
So, yeah. So I don't know how she came about. I don't know how the fortune teller student came about. But all 3 of them just had this weird plot. Like, yeah, we're going to help you take over the world. Yeah. I'm going to give you this amazing cat bot, which I love.
So funny.
What was the cat? Croco?
Kuroko, I want to say. Kuroko?
Awesome bot, by the way.
Yeah, awesome. Fantastic.
I would love to have that thing as a freaking wingman.
It's so weird that it comes from a hentai, too. It's like, this is some shit you see in like a rom-com anime kind of situation. Nope. It's so funny.
it could cook and like
Yeah, just everything from A to Z. Honestly, it's fantastic.
Literally.
Yeah, literally A to Z. It'll get you women. It'll cook you a meal. It'll draw you a bath. It'll go rob a bank if you really wanted it to.
So yeah, it goes from, and then it jumped for the second episode. It jumps. It was weird.
Yeah. So one thing that the second episode reminded me of that the first one did. So the first one you kind of get more of like the normal classmates. There's nothing super quirky about them. They just have the different colored hair and slightly different personalities. Episode 2 is where you realize that this class is full of absolute tropes. Like that's all they solely do exist by. It's really funny actually. So the second episode starts off with like a samurai girl and they're like sparring, and somehow his dick gets involved. Don't really understand how, but whatever. Super fucking funny.
And then, it transitions to a maid cafe.
Yeah, and then like
it's
not a maid cafe. It's like a maid club or something like that.
It's
some kind of club where they're like, we practice to serve our master, and he's like, oh, do you? Well, you're gonna need me around to really help with that. And they're like, what do you mean? And he's like, I'll teach you. I'm like.
And they just go along with it.
They're like, yeah, he doesn't even have to convince them or others. He's just like, guys, you got to learn how to serve your masters properly. So, and then him and a bunch of other guys get in onto it. And for some fucking reason, don't quite.
So
understand
after their mini orgy, it's like, we're gonna take over their whole hurrah at the end of every episode. It's like dominate the world. Dominate the world.
Dominate the world. Hooray! You know how like whenever there's like the cheer of like, oh, whenever someone says something like a celebration or something like that. They just straight up like world domination, and I'm like, okay.
I'm like, yeah. So
it's very self-aware in it being a goofy hentai, and I love it for that. It's so funny.
Also, I think he is. That's very high for dominating. I'm like, how about the town? How about dominating the town?
honestly, with things going this smoothly, you need to look up, man. To start with your town now.
Like, well, I mean, I know he wants to conquer. I mean, in general, if this happened in fruition, I'm like, I don't think you're gonna get far. I don't care how many people you impregnate.
Yeah, no. Like realistically, are you gonna take over the world? No, not at all.
A town? Sure.
Get everyone in the town to sleep with you? Absolutely. You can bang some of those MILFs.
Yeah. So,
their husbands are away on business trips. They don't care.
Why is that?
Why is it always a business trip? I don't fucking know.
All right.
I think my dad travels once a year for like 3 days, and then he's back. It's none of this like, sorry, sweetie, gotta travel up north for the 87th time this week for 8 more weeks, and you're like, that math doesn't work out, and he's like, shut up.
Yeah. Time out on that. I don't. Again.
Can't just make it something more like I'm gonna go visit my brother real quick, or hang out with some coworkers after work. Something logical, not always business trips.
Well, no, it's just I don't know if it's a culture thing.
Oh, it's absolutely a culture thing.
But it's like it just seems like in every hentai or normal. No, it's actually every hentai. It's like I'm going on a business trip for 3 years. They're transferring me to some overseas place for 3 years. I'm like, what business
is doing that for 3 fucking years? Why would they put you there for 3 years if they don't even know what your performance is going to be like for 3 months? Like,
right. It's like,
I don't know. Or like in anime, they're like, oh yeah, my parents are on an overseas business trip and I live alone. It's like, okay, do they call you regularly? Do they check up on you? Do they send anyone to check up on you? No, you just live alone? Okay, cool.
Just money in my bank account.
Yeah, they just send money in my account so I can pay the fucking mortgage and buy all the food.
It's like
I would not, if they have enough money to live overseas, pay the expenses there, and then send enough for a kid to literally live carefree. I guarantee you have enough money to just be like, I'm just going to hire a house sitter. Or I'm going to pay a relative to do something like that. But then when you pay a relative to do something like that, instead of an anime, you get a hentai. So
yeah.
So what do I know?
So I don't know the whole attraction of,
business trips. Fuck off.
These business trips for 4 years. Like either the husband goes or the wife and husband goes. because husband doesn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Or no, the wife
They'd
doesn't.
rather
The wife wants to go with him.
They'd rather abandon their child.
It's like,
Sorry, sweetie, you're still in school. You can't come with us. And it's like, I don't know why that matters, considering every other anime has a plot of a transfer student in the middle of the year.
yeah.
So I'm not really following the logic here. Like, oh, well, we're going, you can't live with us. Why? Does his contract specifically say only one may live at his residence?
Yeah. So
Am I that unwanted of a child? I'll take the hint.
I know, especially we don't know where this. I'm assuming
never say.
it's
never
always
say.
overseas.
It's overseas. Where? Is it Europe? Is it China? Is it America?
I'm like,
Is it Australia? I don't fucking know.
I know.
Where the fuck are they going? How many companies are sending this many employees overseas?
I know.
We think that America exports. Japan's got nothing on us.
No.
Outsource. We thought we outsourced our fucking workforce. Jesus Christ. Japan's like, get out.
True, and it's always the apartment people that's
Always. It's never someone that owns like a nice house. The ones that own the nice houses, it's just the dad working and the mom stays at home. And I'm like, shouldn't you be in an apartment?
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to pretend like I know what mortgages and loans and stuff in Japan is like. I have no fucking concept of that. But logic dictates that if there's one income in the family and the moms stay at home and you have a delinquent child or whatever, a child you don't love, let's just put it the way it is. Because we never see dad around. Dad's always working or drinking.
Yeah.
One would think.
Or playing pachinko.
Yeah, or
But
pachinko.
Or go on.
One would think that you would just live in an apartment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Also, the ones where also gets me is okay, I can no longer live in this house. Father, you need to buy me an apartment. Okay.
Yeah. Like, okay.
I'm like, whoa.
Guys, I can't live at home anymore. I gotta move out. They have no
You're
job.
still in high school.
It's like they have a part-time job at a convenience store. Or like doing something menial where they're not making that much money. I promise you that. And they're like, yeah, I just moved into my own apartment. And I'm like, so you're buying constant stuff at the convenience store, you're paying rent, and you still are acting like you have money to go around.
Oh, by the way, you're still in high school.
Yeah, and you're still in high school.
It's like, I would love. Hopefully, I can remember to look up apartment prices
In Japan or something.
Studio prices or studio apartments in Japan. Maybe they're
not
cheap.
even studio apartments. They're like one-bedroom nice apartments. They're nice apartments.
Some series.
I mean,
are
I have seen some people living in some trash apartments in anime, like, but that's like the running gag of the show. Is they're like, haha, you're broke and you live in shit and whatever, but you're still a good person. Who cares? But yeah, no, I've seen like convenience store workers in anime live in apartments that are nicer than like what you can get in like uptown LA, and they're like, I just work part-time convenience. I'm like. And you're not, and they're like, I don't talk to my parents anymore. I'm like, how the fuck did you afford this? Are you sleeping with the landlord? Well, maybe.
Well, I mean, but I don't.
In
think
hentai, yes.
I don't think she's giving out free.
I mean, in Doki Doki Little Liaison, yes, he absolutely is sleeping with the landlord. Sorry, landlady.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that tangent.
Yeah. So.
Honoo no Haramase Tenkousei. I actually recommend the entire series. So the certain website, I won't say it just because it's technically piracy. When you go, there's always like up next on the sides, and it tends to wrap all of the series that are related to each other together. Honestly, all of the ones that are in this technical series, I recommend. They're actually all really good. So.
Yeah, I haven't gone to the second.
The
Series,
second one's really funny because he's like the best friend of the first guy. And he goes to a different school, or no, it's either a different school or it's just a different class. And he's also like, damn, he's gonna take over the world by getting everyone pregnant. I'm gonna take over the school by getting everyone pregnant. I'm like, I don't think that's the inspiration you should have took from your friend, but okay. Also, the second one's really funny because there's like a ninja and samurai chick that are like at odds with each other, and so he like trains with them, of course. It's so fucking funny. It's actually one of my favorites just because of how ridiculous it is. And it's just normal. He's like, man, you gotta step up your game. Like, she's winning here. I'm not gonna explain the scene because people should just go watch it, but it's so fucking funny.
All right. Our second one is Angel Blade. The first part. We'll probably do the second part later.
There is a part 2 of this.
So the first part of Angel Blade is, let's call it Detroit City, or what's the Judge Dredd? What's that city called?
Mega City 1.
Yeah, let's call it Mega City 1 because that's kind of what this. It kind of looks like this.
Yeah, like place has gone to shit. You know what? If anyone saw Blade Runner, either of the Blade Runners, it looks pretty much like that as well. Not complete ruin. But you don't want to live there. It's like modern day Detroit.
This college is very secluded. I couldn't even say.
It's a hard word to say.
Was secluded where they have their school, they have their shops. It actually explained this in the fucking series. They have their shops, their entertainment, even their lingerie store.
Yeah, it basically, it's kind of like this self-sustaining college where they kind of have their own little community. Yeah, basically.
It's an all-female school.
Shocker.
Yeah, and in the midst, there's this whole world is actually one of the last standing cities out of what was it, 9?
Yep.
Let's just say 9. Let's say 9. If you go out of the bounds of the city, you might get attacked by demons, and off go lo and behold, this is a not henshin. That's transforming. What's the word? Transforming.
Oh,
henshin's transforming. What's the word for warrior?
I can't remember. I love this top comment on the video. Okay, one simple futa is comprehensible, but a triple futa, nah.
Oh yeah,
that's really good.
But yeah, this one college girl, unknowingly transformed to fight these demons that's terrorizing the city until she, gets fully aware, and then named Angel Blade. How she fights? Well, she fights in the nude.
Because how else are you gonna fight demons as a high schooler or college student? Sorry.
So
gotta make that distinction.
It's funny because when she transforms, she kind of takes on her mother's body. In a sense.
It's kind of hard to describe. This is actually a series that you're just gonna kind of have to watch if you want the whole story. Because a lot of it doesn't make sense. I like the world. I actually really do like the world that they've built. The actual things that we see in the plot we're given. I always feel like the dude from It's Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's got all the shit on the wall with the strings and shit. Just, freaking out. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Only you're not. It's not because it's complicated. It's just because it makes no fucking sense. No, you're just trying to make sense of it.
Because they tend to jump around with stories in this one.
Yeah. So you know how kind of everyone's when people talk about movies or shows, there's an A plot, B plot, stuff like this. Yeah. I swear to God, this has gone to a Q plot before, and they just randomly cut to it in the middle of the A plot, and you're like, I have no idea what's happening. I think I should know these characters and what's going on right now. I'm not really sure.
So, you have your typical princess of the school, where clearly if you're an all-female.
Yeah, if you're an all-female school, there's always one woman you worship.
Yeah,
has never made any sense to me in any context of any Japanese media. By the way, never understood that. Oh my God! All the women want to be her, and all the men want to be with her, and I'm like, why? Oh, she's such a mysterious beauty. It's that doesn't make me want to be with her, or if I was a woman, be her.
Yeah, so
I don't get it.
She's always in danger.
Constant danger.
Constant danger. Like I was saying earlier, the transforming into Angel Blade is quite hilarious. You have this one small, 5 foot nothing girl transforms.
She's honest. Yeah, normally they make the heroine like tall or like, comparable to like the other characters. She's short as fuck.
Yeah.
She's like a midget.
Until she transforms, and then you see her,
And then she gains like 2 feet, I swear.
Like 2 feet, just boobs just.
Yeah, it goes from like a B cup to like a double D.
And then her ass just.
Yeah, and then her ass is just
explodes.
How did somebody explain the Incredibles? Dump truck ass. Yeah, dump truck ass. That's like my favorite thing is someone at Pixar is constantly like, but what if we gave all the moms in our series dump truck asses? And I'm like, yes.
Wait, who else had a dump truck?
I don't. It's just a parable. Like we're just posting screenshots.
Oh, I was like, I'm trying to think like who else in Pixar had a dump truck ass?
No, it's mostly Mrs. Incredible.
Yeah.
But.
Well, wait. I was gonna say Andy's mom, but I don't know if we had that many back shots ever.
No, we really didn't. She had hips though. She had hips.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Which does that imply dump truck ass? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not an expert.
If I actually like Pixar films, then I mean they're not bad, but it's just I don't make.
They're not as good as they used to be. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when they went downhill.
After Zootopia, honestly, in my opinion.
What was after Zootopia?
I think that's when they did Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4.
I thought Zootopia was after 3.
Onward. Onward wasn't very good.
I didn't even.
Their new one, which is like Soul. I was actually kind of excited for it, but then it just looked dumb after the first trailer. So.
Yeah, I didn't even bother watching Onward on Disney Plus.
Yeah, you're not missing anything.
I canceled that shit. Like once I heard,
Mandalorian season 2, so I can't.
I didn't. Yeah, you already know my stance on Mandalorian and Star Wars.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, this is easier to talk about than Angel Blade because honestly, the plot of Angel Blade just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
No, because they're the opposition, the antagonists.
Yeah.
Other than
we're not really given outside of them being demons, but there's like some people helping the demons, and there's like weird experiments that go on from like an entire third party that we think are evil, but they kind of are. And
are you talking about the doc?
Yeah, the doctor.
No, they're good.
Are they good?
That's the
because the way they make
it. That's the dad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember now.
Whose aunt is sleeping with, or
again? I don't know.
Not much plot.
We're not really given much explanation as to some of these.
So hopefully, part 2 of this series will answer questions.
Yeah. Anyway, as far as like the contents of this one, a lot of monster and tentacles in this one. Probably way too much. Not way too much. No such thing as that, but no. A lot of bondage, a lot of tentacle, a lot of monsters. So if you're into ladies being held by tentacles and then being fucked by said tentacles,
there is a lot.
Go ahead.
The only good thing about this is the battle sequence in the third one.
Low key, they actually put like all of their budget into it, and I was actually pretty impressed with it.
So
they actually put a lot of effort into it.
So if you want to see the mega cannon sperm shot that could devastate a fucking a building. I mean, I swear that she shot that shit like a fucking cannon.
Yeah, it's great.
Or the cyclone of semen. Also devastating.
That was also a little bit too much detail for what it was. I was like, not liking that, but okay.
Also, I have this weird thing. I think I explained this last episode where I'm thinking like, I think I said it to you last time where I'm like, I'm the guy who say, okay, there's a lot of dead people. I'm like, how is that gonna? Did I say that to you?
I think so.
So I did the same thing to this. It's like when they jacked up the dude's car. I'm like, How are you gonna explain that to the insurance?
How do you explain that? How do you explain that?
So yeah, some naked chick just, gushed mega sperm and just damaged my car. What?
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
like,
sir, you're fucking with me.
It's like,
Yeah.
How do you
So
explain that to somebody? You can't. You don't fucking explain that. It's like, sir, my car was destroyed in a mountain of semen. It's like, I don't think that's covered under your policy.
what the fuck? All right, last one. Oni
FBI gonna knock
Chichi.
down this fucking door any minute, boys. We're not gonna be on the air much longer.
Our last one is Oni Chichi. I think everybody knows who this one.
One of them. I honestly, what would be like more infamous than this one?
What do you mean, more popular?
No, in terms of like well-known
Bible
ones.
Black.
Bible Black, yeah. Happening maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, point being.
I think this one would be too.
Yeah. Oh well.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Oni Chichi, yeah, like Matt said, this is pretty infamous.
I don't want to talk about this one.
Really?
It's on the docket.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of this one.
because the whole
Yeah, all of it, just all of it. Not a fan. Overly friendly father. Not a fan of that.
So if you're there, I can't think of the name, but it's not incest, but it's incest with non-blood related relatives.
Yeah, it's stepsister, stepfather, step incest. Basically, is what this is.
Yeah. For this series, I don't know why. If you've seen the entire series, you know what I'm talking about. The Oni Chichi 2, which has nothing to do with 1. It's just a completely different family.
Yeah, not even I'm barely in the same fucking universe, honestly.
No. At first, when I saw one of the girls, I'm like, is that?
I thought it was 2, but
like
different name. So I was like, no.
I thought it was her family, but no, it's completely somebody different. They just added 3 more, or it's a total of 4 sisters, right?
Yep.
4?
Yep. Yeah, 4.
Instead of, 2. And then when they saw this, it's like, this not very well in the polls. Let's go back to, blonde twin tails.
Yep.
Because, blonde. She's blonde and she has twin tails, so can't go wrong with that.
No.
And she's Opie Lowly, and you can't go wrong with that.
Tell that to the FBI.
Well, true. True. Unless she's legal.
Yeah, she's 18. Go for it. I don't give a shit.
I don't.
These ladies are not 18.
No.
I'm gonna make that very clear.
I don't think there's ever been.
A hentai one where they're 18.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they say.
So if you don't know the story, it's a stepfather gets a spray drug aphrodisiac.
Yep.
Sprays it on her, does the deed. But throughout the whole series, if you're in the Tsunderes, this one's for you, because that's what she's like.
The entire time, she's like,
the entire series.
she's like, no, I don't like you, and blah blah blah. Even though her legs are behind her head and shit. And I fucking hate this one. I really don't like this one that much, and it actually makes me really annoyed because it actually does have like good animation to it. And
Yeah,
that
it
actually
does.
makes me infuriated that shit like this gets the high budget.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I like it because I'm a fan of Twin Tails, but yeah, I wish they could have done away with the tsundere. I'm never a fan with tsunderes, whether it's hentai or
Yeah, tsunderes are
anime.
great. Everyone loves tsunderes. You're lying if you don't like them.
I'm not lying. I fucking hate them. They're annoying.
They do get annoying.
They're annoying.
They're pretty fucking obnoxious sometimes.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, I don't think there's ever a character in that trope that I actually enjoyed. I would say no, she's not one. I was gonna say Ryoko, but
That's like pushing it.
well, of Tenchi Muyo, Ryoko. but no, she's affectionate. So, uh, yeah, again, I can't think of any. Oh, Akane from Ranma 1/2. I take that back. She's probably I think she's the only one.
Only tsundere that you're like, this is fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with her. Maybe that ninja demon slayer from Inuyasha, which I wish I'd thought about that now. They're making a sequel.
Yeah, sequel. Super excited about that.
Wow.
He knows his cold dog.
But anyway, yeah.
So yeah,
back on topic. So yeah, if you haven't seen this, I know Matt does.
I can't say not to recommend it, because if you're actually like into the media type, it's history. I mean, like, there's a reason that it's stuck around and has so many parts to the series. Is it at its core? Is it bad quality? No, absolutely not. It's good quality. I just do not feel comfortable with the subject material and recommending it to people. That's my only issue with it.
So you don't like incest?
I'm fine with incest. I'm not fine with a stepfather lolly incest. I am not okay with that.
Oh.
That's not what I'm okay with.
So wait, so we're
or father incest. No, the father. Anything lollies, I'm not super into.
Okay. So middle school and up, I guess. Or I don't know, high school and up.
Yeah, like I prefer high school and up.
Okay.
I prefer high school and up.
All right. Well, I mean, sometimes they'll draw middle schoolers.
Oh yeah, no, that's a little insane. Like,
I mean, they're like third year middle school.
Like the youngest, I'm okay with, and that's only because. You good? Huh? Are you happy? Get it out. Yeah, shake it off. Like Amato Paradise, I'm okay with that because I don't think they ever really explain how old they are. He just says, "Oh, they're my younger sisters," and he himself is pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm okay with that. But yeah, like not okay with like the whole father lolly kind of shit. That's where I like draw the line of being a little uncomfortable.
Okay. So you're uncomfortable with that. You hate Shotokans.
No. I shouldn't say I don't hate them. I'm just sick and tired of seeing them because they're everywhere. I want to read a MILF Doshin. Shota for every fucking single one of them. It's like,
yeah.
How about we stop that? Cause I just want to see a MILF have sex with some guy, not the little neighbor kid across the street.
True. Okay.
That's where I'm only sick of that. I'm fine with Shota, but there's too much of it.
All right. Well, then what about Shota and lollies?
Shota and lollies. Yeah, nice try, FBI.
Almost had him.
Damn. Take the shot.
That's why the window's open.
Hey, you have the blinds open today.
But back on sort of topic. But yeah, for animation purposes,
if
check
you
it out if you haven't already.
It's hard for me to say like don't watch. I'm not going to say don't watch it because a lot of the scenes are good. The animation's good. Everything's fine about it. So it's just if you're not okay with that subject material, don't watch it. If you can just look past it and just ignore it, I do highly recommend it. So
yeah, but yeah. So that is that. Back on the Inuyasha thing is, man, I can't believe how many years has it been?
It kind of came out of nowhere because there wasn't even like rumors in the pipeline about that kind of thing going on. From what I understood, they're just like all of a sudden like, hey, sequel sequel. Oh, it's been a long time. When did Inuyasha end?
Yeah, 10. It could have been 10.
No, it's earlier than that. I'm pretty sure 8. the internet.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to figure out who's actually. I know the offsprings are.
We were wrong. 2004.
I can't be right.
No, that's just the anime. That's when that stopped.
Well, that's not the final season anime though, because remember that ended and then
Yeah, it ran for 167 episodes until its conclusion on September 13th, 2004.
That can't be right.
That's what it says.
The final season. Because remember, they stopped for like how many years and then say, "Hey, we're coming back to finish it off." Because there's no way Inuyasha, because Inuyasha ended while I was graduating.
Inuyasha's last episode. Yep, 2010.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
It's a huge gap from. It's like 6-year gap, and then 10 it ends. Okay, interesting.
But yeah, because it sounds like they're focusing more on Shishomaru's kids than Kagome's and Inuyasha's.
I hope.
Because I mean, they said all three of them are there.
Yeah, they're gonna be there, but it doesn't sound like it's the It doesn't sound like it's gonna be Inuyasha and Kagome 2.0 type of show. According to them, I don't know how it'll turn out that way. Maybe it eventually will shift that way because fans are weird like that. But
for those who haven't heard the news, Inuyasha's coming with a sequel, and from the premise it says Shishomaru's twin daughters, one of them get lost in the modern world, getting picked up by Kagome's little brother. Fast forward 10 years, the portal opens back up. She goes back to whatever era that is, and meets up back with her twin sister, and Inuyasha, Kagome's kid, is also there. From what I gathered from that, it just sounds like they're just more focused on the twins with cousin in tow.
Yeah, it sounds like it might. I hope they don't do it, but it sounds like it. I'm trying to think of the way I can word it. I just don't want it to just be like a mirror of the first series, essentially, because it sounds like they might be trying to do that just with slightly different characters. But
yeah, I wouldn't want to see another.
Yeah, I mean, there's anything wrong with that. I love Inuyasha, but
well, I mean, I don't want to see a shattered, shard. Wait, what happened to that shard? Did they just destroy it? I can't remember.
I don't fucking remember.
But I don't want to see something like that. I want to see a journey of collecting whatever. I had enough of.
I'm sick of journeys where we collect shit. Pokemon and Inuyasha just wore me out.
Yeah.
No more badges, no more shards, none of this shit anymore. Please God.
You know what's good? That's every week they I forgot who comes up with this list. Top 10, ranking of anime by not popularity.
Oh, Misty Cronexia?
Maybe. I know.
Is he bald?
No, it's just a weird.
Just like a website.
It's just an article. And it's not on this list, but it's actually low key pretty good. I'm the 8th son. I can't believe it. Or
as much shit as that show has been getting, I'm still watching it.
So am I.
And I'm like, it's okay. Like
this is actually pretty good for
a trash isekai. It's fine.
Yeah.
One show this season that I'm actually super into that it freaks me out every time I watch it is Gleipnir or Gleipnir, however you say it.
I don't know if I.
Yeah, it airs on Sundays, or it should be airing on Sundays. I don't know what you have access to, but
I have Crunchyroll, so
it might not be on Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay.
Might have to sail the 7 seas for that one, but it's real good. I'm really digging it.
Are there? No. Villainous is pretty good.
Hamfura is so fucking funny. It's so good.
Villainous is pretty.
The last episode was so fucking funny. She just gets the power stone that they're looking for, and she's like, mushrooms, and just uses it to cut them and harvest them. And I'm like, how about we don't do that?
Wait, are we taking?
Yeah, Hamfura, the Otoma, My Life as a Villainess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just in case there was another villainous.
No, yeah, I think there's another villainous one. Can't remember what the fuck it is, but
yeah, that's hilarious.
It's such a good show. Everyone loves her, and she has no idea. It's so fucking funny. I love her one friend who's like, God, we can't afford any more competition. This sucks. I'm like, just tell her how you feel. Just say you love her. God damn it. Like, oh, do you like anyone? Oh, well, I'm really quite fond of you. And I'm like, how about you just say you love her instead of giving her this idea you're just really good friends? That way there's no... Because I guarantee it's going to come up and they're going to be like, oh, but I told you how I felt. And she's just going to be like, I had no fucking clue.
Shit.
Oh, shit, that's what she meant. Fuck. I love Keith. Keith is so funny. The fucking rivalry between the fucking hot fiance and Keith is so funny. I love the show. Oh, gee, Keith, you sure do some fucking manage to be everywhere we are. And he's like, yep, this is my lovely sister, and I will protect her. Also, shout-outs to the episode where Gerardo's just like, I could have you anytime I wanted, and just walks away like a boss, and she's just like, what did he mean by that? I'm like, you're not that naive. You played dating sim games in your life. You know what that line meant. Don't fuck with me. You are not that naive.
Yeah. Also, good webtoon is Tales of Demons and Gods.
I saw that pop up on my phone as an ad, and I was like, this kind of looks cool. And I just never went to... It's good?
It's good.
What's it about?
Well, I can't remember if I explained... No, maybe I didn't. But anyways, a demon specialist. Think Shaman King, but they're not really shamans. They just take demons and then they infuse it, and they kind of turn into said demon. Mm-hmm. They fight whatever. So the plot of the story: Glory City, that's the main city, gets wiped out by hordes of demons. And then
as a city is one to do.
Yeah. This was actually the last city of this plane, and so everybody dies, everybody kind of scatters. The main characters, kind of growing up, getting stronger. Eventually, he dies, but because he had this weird artifact, he gets reborn to back in 13. I don't know why I'm being drawn.
So many reborn stories.
I know. I don't know why I'm being drawn to these type of stories, but they're actually pretty good.
If it's handled right, it can be good.
This one's handled right. So, he goes back to being 13. It's like, oh shit, But he retains all the knowledge, but as a kid, he was kind of the weakest person around.
Yeah.
So, but with all his knowledge, he just soared right through the ranks and what have you. But yeah, if you find it,
yeah, it's just on Webtoons, isn't it?
I'm reading it on Manganello, M-A-N.
Oh, Manganello. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, dude, speaking of fucking Manganello, I'll let you finish your thing, but
yeah, I highly recommend it, like the other ones I recommended last episode. The one I don't recommend is My Girlfriend is a Villain. I
wanted that one to be good so bad.
I don't know how far you got read up to.
So I read it when it first came out, and I read up to chapter 6 or whatever. I was like, this isn't what I wanted it to be. Yeah. They could have had a lot more fun with it.
I'm on 38, and I'm still waiting for him actually having a girlfriend to be a villain.
It's like a fucking villain. I'm like, makes no... You lied to me.
Yeah. So
I was like, chapter 6, I was like, am I fucking missing something? Is this his... No, that's not his girlfriend. What the fuck is going on?
So
nothing's going on. I'm just gonna drop this shit. I have other things to read.
Yeah, so I'm about right there too.
Yeah, I'm super fucking. There was an app. I don't know how many of you know. Some of you might know if you're avid manga readers. Manga Rock. It's the best app to use for reading manga on your phone and Android. Had a bunch of sources. It all worked. Everything was super up to date and looked great. That shut down because they went legit, meaning that. Yeah, it's dumb. They went to this weird you can submit independent creations and no more manga basically. super fucking obnoxious. So I've just been scrambling for like 2 months because I like backed up my list of what I was reading. I've been trying to use a couple of other apps, but nothing has everything like what I had. Like not everything that I'm finding is up to date to where I know it should be. Like it's such a fucking pain. It's actually killed my like desire to read manga, which is really fucking sad.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I hate when that shit happens. Like I get it, it's free manga, it's technically piracy. I'm not saying that shouldn't be taken down when it does get taken down. Like if it does, it does. They have every right to be taken down. But it fucking infuriates me because then I got to redo everything. Oh my god.
Also, I highly recommend for all you porn watchers. I don't know.
All you porn heads out there.
That's actually not 3D, but real life. You know what I mean?
Real world.
Real world stuff.
Real people.
It was kind of funny. I was watching the last episode of Rick and Morty where.
How do we get from porn to Rick and Morty?
Well, no. Have you seen the last one?
Yeah.
Where Morty had a account for Pornhub. I'm like, and Rick's like, why the hell do you have a?
Yeah, why do you have an account?
Oh, it takes all your stuff and builds a recommendation. I'm like, does it really? And I eventually did that. I'm like, holy shit, it really does. It really does. So if you're kind of sick of searching.
Yeah, and you just want a bot to decide your life and what you're gonna watch today.
Have at it.
Have at it. Make an account. Be that guy.
I am that guy.
Be that guy.
So,
even pay for it if you want. I'm not gonna judge.
I don't pay for shit.
Some of their premium shit is awful. I did the thing where they had the free premium for a month for people.
Mm-hmm.
I did it just out of curiosity, just to see what the premium videos were like. They're garbage. The amateurs make better shit than the premium shit.
I bet they do.
Just dumb. What am I paying for?
Yeah.
I'd rather just pay for an OnlyFans.
Or you might as well just go to minivids.
Yeah, or just do that.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for listening in.
For our ramblings again.
Right.
None of you have complained, so we're gonna keep doing this shit. I don't give a fuck.
True. Or I don't know if they're willing to complain. They have the option.
They know the email. They've sent us emails before. We've sent them emails.
Yes, but that was prior to episode 1. That was prior to episode.
All 3 of you that are still listening.
Or wait, no, it was prior to episode 1, and then it was after episode 1, and that was it. If memory serves correctly.
Yeah, we had one, and then someone's like, "Dude, thank you so much for doing this," and we're like, "Hey, no problem."
Yeah.
And then you never talk to us again.
Nope.
You bastard. You know who you are.
So yeah, thanks for listening once again. Yeah. So thanks for listening.
We need a script.
Yeah.
That's all I've served.
I know.
We need a script.
Or something, a sponsor. Right. Until next time, Jared.
Matt.
Bye.